guys, it's Cece, and today it is time for me to share with you my April favorites. I think the title of this video is fairly self-explanatory, so we are just going to jump right in and talk about my favorite things in April, starting with some bookish things. My favorite book in April definitely had to be The Color Purple by Alice Walker. It took me some time to get into this book and I wasn't really sure if I was going to love it, and then by the end I completely fell in love with the story, I completely fell in love with the characters, and I don't know exactly when it happened, but I went from being kind of lukewarm about it to absolutely falling in love with it. I especially loved the main character, Celie, and I thought that she was absolutely fantastic, and then last week I was able to go in and see the show on Broadway, which was also pretty spectacular. It was Jennifer Hudson's last week, so I got to see her sing, and Tasty from Orange is the New Black, she's in it, she was great, and the girl who played Celie was incredible, but overall, the book was amazing. I loved it. I loved it a lot more than I loved the Broadway show. It's really, really good. So I actually have two favorite booktubers that I want to share with you, and the first of those is Emma from Bookish Princess. I found Emma's channel in April and I absolutely fell in love. I don't think that we read basically any of the same types of books, but that doesn't matter to me at all. I think that she generally just seems like the nicest person. Plus her channel is split into half videos about books and half videos about Disney, and that is amazing. I absolutely love Disney. I don't know if I've been able to convey that before, I'm sure I have, but the way that she talks about Disney World and Disney in general is just so much fun, and she does vlogs and stuff and little tips and tricks about Disney World, and she's just overall the cutest, and her Instagram is the cutest too. I think that she's fantastic and you should go watch her videos. And the other booktuber that I want to talk about is Kales from Kales Corner. I've been aware of Kales for a while because she does the Booktube Battles thing, which is like Booktube's game show, and it's really, really fun. But I started watching more of her videos last month after I actually sat down and watched a Booktube Battles, and I just really enjoy her channel in general. I mean, I think that she definitely deserves more subscribers. She talks about a lot of really fantastic books, and she does a great job of talking about her feelings about those books, and I mean, honestly, just a shout out for putting together Booktube Battles, because that looks like so much work, but they are really, really fun, and I think it's a great part of Booktube, and Kales is fantastic. The bookstagrammer that I want to talk about this month is Tiffany from Miss Fiction. I just barely found her bookstagram recently. She doesn't have a ton of followers, but I think that she does some really fantastic photography. She takes most of her pictures outside, which I think is really interesting. I think that sometimes my feed on Instagram can get sort of repetitive, and her pictures just really break that up. I love the way that she does her pictures outside. I think they're beautiful, and I think that she is just a person on Instagram that you should follow. It was super hard to think about my favorite videos for this month, so I have three. I should have narrowed it down to one, but honestly it was difficult to get it down to three, so we're just gonna talk about these three. The first one that I want to talk about is not a video that came out in April, it's actually fairly old, but I just thoroughly enjoyed it, and that is the A to Z of LGBT books that George Lester did. I had never seen that video done before, and I just thought it was really interesting and well done, and I think he recommended a lot of great queer books that I had never heard of. He was just super fun to watch, and I appreciated a ton of his recommendations, and it was just a video that I thoroughly enjoyed watching, and I'm really, really glad that I found it. My next favorite video was a video that Sarah Without an H did. She did a video called Library Scavenger Hunt, and her friends did this scavenger hunt in their library, and it was so funny. Sarah just does some fantastic editing on her videos in general. She's a super funny person, and usually when you watch videos of other people's friends, you're kind of like, I feel like I had to be there to appreciate this, but she does such a great job of editing and bringing you in that it didn't feel weird that I was watching other people's friends that I didn't know have such a good time at the library. It was just a super funny video, and props to her because she did a great job on it. And the last video that I want to talk about is one that Ashley Mardell did. She did a video called Our First Time. Yeah, with her and her fiance Grace, and she would just kind of surprise her fiance and ask her like about their first kiss or their first date and just be like, okay, you have to immediately start talking about our first date. What were your feelings about it? And it was just so cute. I love Grace and Ashley in general, and I love little sneak peeks into their relationship, and they're just adorable, so hearing Grace talk about some of that stuff was really, really fun. And I really liked that video a lot as well. Now, unlike last month, I actually do have a new favorite TV show to talk about, and it's one that I'm like super excited about, and that is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. This show just finished up its first season, and honestly, it's one of my new favorites of all time. I absolutely adored this show. I'm actually going to be doing, this is different from my channel, but I'm going to be doing a full like review of that season of that show in general, because I just really want to talk more about it and what made it great, because I want everyone to watch it. And honestly, I'm gonna talk about it right now. The first season is free on iTunes, and you should go download it and watch it. Don't let the title put you off, because it's actually just this fantastic comedy with an incredible lead. It is a musical comedy. I didn't think the two of my favorite shows of this year so far would be musical comedies, but honestly, I should have expected it. That's just the kind of person I am. Also, the lead actress, Rachel Bloom, got her start on YouTube, so support your YouTube people, and she puts all of the clips of the songs from the show on her YouTube channel also, which is really awesome. It's hilarious. The music's wonderful, and there is a full series review coming. As usual, I have a favorite rewatch movie and a favorite new movie. My favorite rewatch of April was definitely Star Wars: Force Awakens. I mean, come on, it's Star Wars. I absolutely loved The Force Awakens when it came out, and I love being able to watch it again, and it made me so happy, and I've probably heard it like 10 times since then. So we go to Janelle's house like every weekend, and her dad's like thoroughly obsessed with The Force Awakens, and it is a staple of every weekend that we're there that he sit down and watch The Force Awakens at least once, if not twice. So I watched it the one time, like sat down and watched the whole thing, but since then I've heard it and seen clips from it many a time since whenever it came out in April. I aspire to his level of passion for The Force Awakens. And my favorite movie that I watched that was new to me is weirdly a movie called Cry Baby. I cannot tell you the plot of this movie. I can't tell you, I don't even know. I can't believe that this is my favorite movie that I watched in April, because it was the most bizarre movie that I've like ever sat down and watched. Johnny Depp's in it. It's oddly another musical, and it's weird as hell, honestly. So I think you're just gonna have to look it up for yourself, because I don't know what to tell you. It was weird, but I enjoyed it. Alright, as usual, I have 5 songs to share with you because I'm never narrowing it down to one. I'm just gonna have to do a top 5, and I have 3 songs that were kind of new to me in April, plus a couple that just played a lot in April, and I just really enjoyed them again, so let's just talk about those. The first one I want to talk about is ridiculous that it hasn't been in one of my favorites videos yet, and that is the song called Genghis Khan by Mike Snow. I first saw the video for this song possibly back in February, and I gradually became thoroughly obsessed with it, and I remain obsessed with the song. In fact, I demand that you pause this video and you go and watch the music video for that song, because it's weird but utter perfection. The next song that I want to mention is one of the ones that was totally new to me in April and I just happened to find, and that is First by Cold War Kids. I have a couple of other songs by Cold War Kids, but I just appreciate this song in general. I really enjoy listening to it. I don't know really how to talk about it more than that. It's a nice little tune, I guess. The next song that I want to talk about is a song called Happy With Me by Holy Child. This is one of those songs that Spotify recommends to me. You know, they have those like weekly new playlists recommended based on your music, and I tend to find music that way lately. I've really enjoyed that. This is just one of those songs that I really enjoy listening to when I'm walking to and from class because it has such a nice rhythm, and since I downloaded it, this is just one that I've gravitated to listen to as I'm walking to and from class, because I live at the back of campus and all my classes are at the front of campus, and it takes me like 2 songs to get anywhere I'm going. So I just always kind of gravitate towards listening to this one because it has such a nice rhythm and it's kind of fun to walk to, if that makes sense. Another song that I wanted to mention is an older one, and that is Little Green Bag by George Baker. I watched Reservoir Dogs for the first time in April, and this is the first song that plays in that movie. I didn't really enjoy Reservoir Dogs, but I've always loved the soundtrack to it because my mom used to play it, and so I also really love, I just really enjoy the song, and watching Reservoir Dogs, like, reminded me of how great I think the song is. And the last song that I want to talk about is called All I Want Is To Be Your Girl by Holly Miranda. This is an unbelievably happy song. It just reminds me of spring, and I love listening to it and smiling, and it's sunny, and it just makes me very happy in general, and I really appreciate songs like that. I've also been listening to it more recently because I have it on a playlist that I'm gonna put up on 8-track, so I've just been like listening to it all the time as I try to figure out what that playlist is gonna sound like. But I just thoroughly enjoy that song as well. Now it is time for me to talk about the new Funkos that I acquired in the month of April. I got 5 new ones, and let's just jump right in. First of all, Janelle and I completed getting together all of the Harry Potter Funkos that we want at this time until they announce a new line. So the first one of those that I purchased that's new is Luna Lovegood. I adore Luna. I didn't have any of the ladies here with me at school, and so I really wanted to get her. Plus now I have a Ravenclaw girl, and I mean I'm a Ravenclaw, so I really wanted a Ravenclaw girl, and Luna's wonderful. And I love her little radish earrings. I think they're really, really cute. And my other new Harry Potter edition is Dumbledore. This is the version of him from Prisoner of Azkaban, so this is when Michael Gambon was cast instead of Richard Harris. Janelle already had old Dumbledore. I wanted the newer Dumbledore. I wanted the newer Dumbledore. I wanted the newer Dumbledore, and I love the detail that they're putting into these now. I think that they're gradually getting more and more detailed, and I love the way he looks. I love his wand. Oh, you know, you can even see his little rings on his fingers. I love the detail of the newer Pops. It's great. Another one that I have here with me is actually still in his box, and that is Anger from Inside Out. There is your look at him. I love him. He's super, super heavy, like much heavier than all of the other Funko Pops. I picked him up and I was like, but I just really, really wanted him to go along with Joy, and I think he's adorable, and I took a super cute picture of him for Instagram, and I'm a super big fan of it. He's super cute. And the other 2 new Funko Pops that I bought were part of the same series, that is the Mean Girls series, and it was Regina and Katie. They are in their boxes for now because they were new enough. I didn't need to try to pull them out of the box, find a place for them, because I'm packing up today. Literally, I'm gonna finish this video, go buy some boxes, and pack up my room. So they didn't need to have their special spots. Obviously, I adore Mean Girls, and I just overall think that the series is going to look fantastic together. I love their little pink boxes and how they're all gonna look side by side. Obviously, still need the other 2, but I just think that they are super cute. And the final favorite that I want to talk about is obviously a random favorite, and my favorite kind of random thing that I really, really enjoyed in April was I downloaded and watched a very Starkid reunion. This is a show they did like last year to celebrate the anniversary of like the theater department at their college or something, and they brought all of the Starkids together and performed numbers from all of their different shows, and it was so much fun. It made me feel like I hadn't watched a Starkid show in like ages, even though I think I just watched one over winter break. It made me want to sit down and rewatch all of them all over again. I also loved especially seeing some of the roles being played by different people because they couldn't get certain people to come to the show. It's hard to get everyone in Chicago on the same night, and I enjoyed seeing some of them perform each other's roles. I loved seeing them all together again. It was so much fun. I love watching it. I'm gonna go and binge watch like all 9 of their shows. Does that include Annie? No, okay, I'm not watching Annie or Me and My Dick, but I'll go watch all the rest. Alright, there you go. Those are my favorite things of April. I hope that you appreciated hearing all about them. Please, in the comments below, let me know some of your favorites in general in your life, I guess, from April, whether that's books, whether that's movies, whether that's something else that I couldn't even conceive of. Just let me know what your favorite stuff was that you did in April. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!